Alright, this is my audience. Hey, my name is Ty Goff, and I will be presenting the importance of spaying and neutering. Many do not like to alter their pets because they feel like it may change them. The truth is, neutering will not change the basic personality of your pet. It will only change sexual behaviors such as aggressiveness, roaming, biting, and urinary marking. By not spaying and neutering your pet, you are putting them at risk. Each year, millions of cats and dogs are euthanized due to overpopulation. Statistics show that 10 to 12 million are killed every year in the U.S. alone. Shelters are full of purebred, healthy animals who are unwanted. Many pet owners do not know about this issue. Spaying and neutering can ensure your pet a longer, healthier life, and at the same time prevent unwanted litters and homelessness, reducing the number of stray animals in the streets. If you spay and neuter your pet, it will ensure that they cannot reproduce. When a male is fixed, it is either called castrated or neutered. That is the surgical removal of the testicles. Neutering a male is more beneficial than neutering a female, or spaying a female. It decreases behaviors such as aggressiveness, fighting, roaming, and the undesirable urinary marking. When a female is fixed, it is called being spayed. All they do is remove the ovaries and the uterus in a surgical procedure. Male dogs who are not neutered are 99% more likely to run after a female that they smell that's in heat. By doing this, they could be hit by a car or even captured by animal patrol. A male dog who is not neutered is a lot more territorial, has a lot more sexual aggression, and they spray on almost everything we own. I have a male dog who's not neutered because we're going to breed him, and it's kind of aggravating because you take him outside and he runs around and pees or sprays on every plant or bush or air conditioner there is. So the saying goes, the less testosterone, the less trouble. Having your pet neutered has a lot of health benefits. There's less risk of prostate enlargement, tumors, and even infections. They have no risk of testicular cancer and are much less territorial. A neutered male is stress-free compared to a male who is not neutered. Neutering a pet is beneficial to the owner as well. After being neutered, the pet will be more focused and respond better to the owner. They decrease their roaming by 90%. They also get along with pets better because they're less territorial and do not have as much aggressiveness. By not neutering your pet, they are more irritable and nervous. This leads to fighting and more aggressiveness, and it can also have aggressive acts towards humans. They can smell female in heat from over miles away. Sometimes it gives them the overwhelming urge to reproduce, and they sometimes even can stop eating. By having your female dog spayed, she will relieve of major stress issues and will not be visited by a twice-a-year heat cycle, which can sometimes be messy. The female no longer faces possibilities of enlarged ovaries, infections, heat cycles, or unwanted pregnancies. Spaying a female is beneficial to the pet as well as the owner. Spaying an animal makes them seem like part of the family. They no longer have sexual behavior tendencies and become more focused on you. Spaying makes your animal a better pet and also gives them a longer, healthier life. By leaving an animal unspayed, there will be side effects. Side effects such as being more nervous, irritable, aggressive, so aggressive they could even attack humans. And also have a heavy or light bleeding coming from the vagina. When this happens, it's called a heat period. Heat periods happen twice a year with dogs and last up to 3 weeks. When concerning a cat, they can have a heat period as often as every 3 weeks. This can be very messy depending on where you house the animal. If you keep them inside, it's obviously very messy. These side effects are side effects that an animal that is spayed will not have. There is a right time to spay or neuter your pet. They are usually 4 to 6 months old, but it can be done as early up to 8 weeks in age. Although you can spay or neuter all the way out through an animal's life, it's best to do it before the pet reaches sexual maturity. After they have experienced sexual activity, They will never forget even though the urge is gone. They are more likely to have tendencies such as humping, aggressiveness, and they will even have the memory of the scent of a female dog in heat. Females who are not spayed before their first heat are more likely to suffer from infections. The cost of spaying and neutering depends on the weight, the age, the sex, and the gender, and if your pet requires vaccinations or not, and a number of other variables. However, it's a small, one-time cost compared to all the number of issues it will cause the community as well as pets or animals. The community also benefits from spaying and neutering your pet. It will help prevent animal shelters from being overpopulated, but stray animals are a public nuisance. They trash the community with disturbing noises, and they can also be dangerous because some develop rabies. Bob Barker is a longtime supporter of spaying and neutering. At the end of every show, he states, "Help control the pet population. Have your pet spayed or neutered." And this is a picture of my 3 pets that I own, a Chihuahua and an Australian Shepherd. In closing, spaying and neutering is beneficial for the pet as well as the owner. It ensures that the pet will have a long lifespan and is less prone to illnesses, disease, and infections. In return, the owner will get less loyal companionship from their pet, won't have unwanted pregnancies, and have a calm, less hyper pet. It is important for non-breeders to spay and neuter. Having your pet fixed will prevent overpopulation of stray animals roaming the streets and shelters. 10 to 12 million pets are euthanized, which is killed every year, and costs taxpayers over $1 billion to house, capture, and euthanize unwanted animals. Spaying and neutering your pet will ensure that they will not reproduce. This reduces the number of homeless stray animals who are unwanted, and in return, it will save money for the taxpayers. Last but not least, it will reduce the number of animals who suffer from abandonment, homelessness, disease, and from being housed in shelters only to be put down. So please, get your pet spayed and neutered. It could save a pet, or even thousands, from a life full of disappointment. Thank you. And this is my audience.